Hi good people, welcome back to my channel. This is Sophia the Life Coach, your number one online coaching show. Here we do life together as we get empowered through learning. Thanks for always returning to watch my videos. Guys, I appreciate you so much. I wish you all the best in everything that you do. To the new subscribers and my returning subscribers, I love you guys and I appreciate you a lot. I don't take your support for granted. Please give this video a like, share out widely to as many people as possible. Give me your thoughts, your opinion on the comment section about the topic we are discussing today. And I want us to talk about how to relate with toxic family members. My name is Sophia Murunge. I am a passionate life coach and a counseling psychologist. Please get in touch with me on Instagram at Sophia_Murunge, or you send me a WhatsApp message on 0718 970 325 in case you have a topic suggestion, or you have a story that you can share to encourage or educate people, or you have some challenges you're going through, you need some emotional support. Don't go any further. Get in touch with me. I will get back to you and I will really appreciate you so much. And I am having this talk with none other than Congesta. Keep it locked here guys until the end of the video and let's get to learn together. Yes, Congesta, welcome back.
Thank you so much.
I know you are now an official member of this great family.
Imagine.
To be precise, Sophia the Life Coach Show.
We have done so many videos.
Yeah,
so
I'm loving the progress.
wow, it's so fun. I enjoy being here with you. I learn. You see, I get some tips on how to live.
Sure.
Eh.
Wow. First, welcome. Say hello to my people.
Oh, hey guys, welcome to Sophia's channel. I'm here.
We are growing by the way.
Wow.
We are just about to hit 1,000 subscribers.
Wow, I can't wait.
Wow.
Hopefully by this year. Acha tuvuke
God
na-
willing.
acha tuvuke
Yeah,
na 1,000.
guys, share to your friends,
Yeah.
your colleagues, so that we can get more numbers, so that at least we celebrate a new year with a new
and that
beginning. Yeah,
inafanya
when you
video-
give the video a like, many people will get recommended
Yeah.
to it, and then they will get to watch.
Sure.
Yeah, so thank you. Let's watch the space as we hope for the best.
Wow.
Yeah, but we are still here to stay anyway, even if the subscribers are coming or not coming, because what we bring out, if one person will get it and it will make impact in their lives, that is enough.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's what we want.
Yes.
We do it as a passion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And today I want us to talk about how to relate with toxic family members.
Yeah.
This is a topic suggestion by one friend, a subscriber, and I felt like I can do this today. And since talking with someone and maybe they have ever experienced something from family and they felt like this is too much,
Yeah.
and they felt like it was not supposed to be that way, and then I felt, let me do this with you.
Sure.
Yeah,
I'm here.
welcome.
Let's talk about
Let's
it.
talk about this.
Yeah.
So what are signs of a toxic family member? You know, you can say how to deal with a toxic family member, and maybe you don't know what
Yes,
it means to be toxic. You know, you have not recognized if this person is toxic to you. So one, to identify if your parent, your brother, your sister, your aunt, or anybody who is your family member is toxic. One, they are controlling. They don't want you to make your own decision. They don't want you to make your own choices. They will always want to control what you have to do. You know, that is a sign of toxicity, because you are a mature person. You know what you need in life, so you have choices, but they want to control you and make decisions for you.
They
Another
will
one,
always take you kama wewe ni mtoto.
Exactly.
Yeah, they want to make decisions for you.
Yeah.
Who you will marry,
Uh-huh.
what course will you do in school.
Mhm.
You see, they are always to control you.
Yeah, and that is not good.
Yeah.
Like that is toxicity.
Yeah.
Another thing, they might call you names. You know, they call you names. They want to compete with you. They want to mistreat you. A lot of things that will tell you like this one is getting beyond. At times they also talk bad about you. You know, they want to drain you emotionally and financially, because there is that moment at least you are supporting them with the little you have, but they still want more. They still want more from you, and when you are not giving them, they now start bashing you. They now start talking about you.
They may even go to an extent of cursing.
Yeah, and that shows you they are not with you just because of who you are or how they are relating with you.
Because
They
of
were
what
with
you
you
have.
because of what you are giving them. Yeah. So
Some of them, they may even show you you are wrong instead of correcting you.
yeah.
You have failed in school, huyu anakuanga mjinga.
Uh-huh.
They don't show you, no, there is next time. They have to correct you. You went wrong this time. Do this next time. Pull up your socks.
They don't even want to know what is the cause of your failure.
Yes.
Maybe it's the mistreatment you are getting at home.
Yeah.
So you are not able to cope with education, so you are failing. So another thing, they blame you for anything, any mistake that happens. You will always hear it's Sophia. They will never like see anything good out of you, or they will never come up with something positive about you. They always talk negative about you. They always want to compare you, like for the parents, they want to compare siblings. Your brother is the one who ran this family. You don't even support us. You don't even give us money. This is my only son who I love, because if I call them today and tell them I am angry,
Yeah.
they will always action, but you don't do anything. So they compare you. They will always make you feel less of a person.
They will go to that extent of telling you, sijui nilikutoa wapi.
Exactly.
You understand a parent
You
telling
know,
you that.
I regret having you. So that makes you feel like you're not worthy living. So those are some things that makes you feel like you are in a toxic family. And then maybe for siblings, when you are fighting one another, every time you are having arguments, every time you don't want to see each other, that is toxicity. Because if you are raised well, you are taught how to relate with one another. Even if there are some differences, you ought to know how to deal with them in a better way, or in a correct manner. So you find if your parents are toxic, they will transfer the toxicity to you as children. So you will always be toxic to one another. So that's why you find even kids fight. Yeah, children fight, and it's a serious fight. They throw stones to one another. They throw like knives to one another. They throw bad words to one another. So you realize this environment is not safe for you. So that's when you recognize this is a toxic family environment. Or even to extended family, like your aunts, your cousins, they just want to mistreat you. They call you to visit in their place, and they will give you all the house chores, all the responsibilities. You are the one who is supposed to do them, and you feel like you are used up. So just because they give you something, because they just give you a gift, now they want you to pay for it indirectly. That is when you realize this person is not taking me just for who I am or the family member I am to them. They want me to just bring that value to them, and they are not willing to replace for the value. Yeah. Even jealous. When you are with your cousins, your brothers, they feel like you're doing better than them, and they are now eating on you. They talk ill about you. That is a sign of toxicity, because if you are my cousin or my brother, if you are doing okay, I'm supposed to be happy for you and clap for you. But in cases of toxicity in a family, you will hear your brother say like, you are now boosting because you have money. Yeah, nowadays you don't talk to people because you have money. Like another lady was just sharing with me, like her own brother called her prostitute because she don't request for favors from him. You know, he has good money, and now he expect, you know, I am that deal. I am now the rich person in the family. So he expect everyone will just be calling, oh bro, I don't have this, please help. You know, those family members will call and they're like, bro, please help me with 2,000. I pay school fees for my child. I will refund next week. And then the sister doesn't call him because she expects you are my brother, and you know I have needs and I am not that well off. So you know, if you are supposed to support me or to help me, it's not just supposed to come from me. You are aware of it. So, and he was like, she never requests anything from him, and she's trying her best to make ends meet. And he was like, you must be being given money by men. You know, imagine that is your brother.
That's not right.
You know, that is toxicity.
Yeah.
Just your own brother.
Yeah.
Like those parents who will discriminate their children because this one is really privileged with money and the other one is still trying to make ends meet. So when you go to their country, because my husband is not that well off, I'm the one who will be washing utensils, I'm the one who will be in the kitchen serving my fellow women, the wives of my husband brother, because now they are coming from city, they have money, they have brought mama the handbag and the kikoi, the deras, and she's laying shelves and she's like, this is my daughter who has brought me this, and you brought nothing. So you will be given those hard chores to do. That is showing you they are not taking you as who you are. They are not respecting you. They are not respecting your space right that moment, and so it will mean this is toxicity, you know. This is not the real care and the real love for the family.
Wow.
Yeah.
Another sign is these people will drain you emotionally, mentally, physically.
Exactly.
They will go to that extent. If you are a man, they will want you not to have a family.
Exactly.
They will just want you having nothing at all.
Yeah.
I hope you understand.
Yeah, I get, because like for example, okay, I'm sorry to say this, but you know, for the single moms, so like you find they have maximum control over their children, and they own you. You know, that ownership. They feel like I have done everything to raise you, and I have done this alone. So they're like, before you make any move, they want to be involved in every decision that you make. So if you want to marry, like another guy, his mother was just frustrating all the girlfriends he was introducing to her, until she came out clean as like, hey son, I have raised you single-handedly, I have educated you, I have done this. You want to bring a woman in your life before you build for me a house. So when you get that wife, you will not be concerned much about me. The mom did not have a land and did not have a home. So she expected the son to buy a land for her and build for her first before she marries. You know?
So she was doing that for something in return.
Yeah. You see, sorry to say this, but most of our African parents, they expect, like, I gave birth to you, I raised you. So when they are getting old, they expect you to return the favors.
But you know what? It's your responsibility. You expecting a baby, giving a birth, giving them education. It's your responsibility.
Exactly.
You are giving them your right.
Exactly.
You are not investing anything. It's their right.
And that's the only thing that many of us are still not getting terms into it. So by the time this guy realized, it was too late for him, because he was having girlfriends, ladies, he introduced them, but the mother frustrates them. They are not staying any longer. So whenever you are raising your children, have that positive energy with them. Just teach them how to manage through life. Don't always be there to make decisions for them, because if you are not there by any chance, who will be there to guide them or to make those decisions for them? So you can only guide someone, and give them advice, let them make decision for themselves.
Wow.
Yeah. And now, having said all these things,
Yeah.
how can you deal with this kind of people?
For me, I think this requires a lot of patience first.
Patience.
Yeah, no, you need to be patient with them. Don't be violent, because someone can come to your nerves.
Exactly.
You feel like, this person, I'm tired. You can even beat your mother, your own father,
Exactly.
because they are too much, they are extra.
If you don't have self-control,
Yeah.
and if you don't understand them,
Yeah.
you can mess around.
Yeah, you can do something bad.
Mhm.
Imagine you are getting cursed from your mom
Mhm.
because you have just reacted from a small thing that you could be maybe patient and avoid, walk away maybe. Me think that self-control and patience will help you.
One point,
Yeah.
a great point indeed.
Yeah.
And then another thing, you need to set clear boundaries.
Wow.
Have your own stand. Let them know when Sophia says it's A, it will remain A, unless I decide to take an option B. When they know that, they will not come to get into your nerves, because these people can really mess you around. You know, a toxic person doesn't care about your feelings, by the way. They don't care about what you do or what you feel. They only prefer their personal interest. So when you put those clear boundaries, then you will always have a barrier. Then if they are crossing this one, now we will not get into terms. Because dealing with such people, it can really mess you around. Yeah, it can drain you, and it can make you lose interest even to relate with people.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you need to have those set boundaries and let them know if need be. Please don't cross this path, because this and this is supposed to be until this far. Yeah.
Wow.
Another one, you need to keep your distance. You know, when you realize this aunt is always negative about my advancement, about my experience, about my achievements, my cousins, my brothers are not happy for me, and you need to relate with each other. You don't want to break that family bond. It's always good to keep a distance and relate with them when need be. Yeah, I have had many men say, I understand my mom, and I don't want them to have that close relationship with my wife, because when they get used to one another, that is when now dharau kidogo kidogo inaanza. There is no that personal space. So you find a guy will be like, it's better I stay with my wife, or they are at a distance. When we have a family gathering, or we want to have maybe something about family, now we can meet. This one will just be about catching up. How have you been? How are you doing? It's not like the way you have that conversation daily, like they are together. Your chicken are coming to my vegetables, like this and that is happening. Your children destroyed my cooking pot. You know, those small arguments will destroy your respect and your boundaries with one another. So when you keep that distance, it will always help you to maintain the boundaries and keep the respect alive. Yeah.
I can attest to that. That's why so many men prefer staying with their wives
Wherever they are.
Yeah, even in the city. You see, when the family is toxic, they will be like, this woman is not encouraging our son to come and akuja ishi ushago, atafute pesa akimtumia. You see, they will always find something to talk about it. Because this man understands his family, he will be like, wacha nikae na bibi yangu, what I eat,
we just share
together.
together.
We share with
and others, maybe they just go and buy a land in a distant place and they build for the family there. So at least when you meet, you just meet as once in a while. So everyday talks will just be reduced. Then the other one, you need to limit your contact. You know, if this person, every time you talk to them, you just end up that conversation when you are really messed up, when you're really bored, when you're really sad. It was a heated argument. You need to reduce contact. Just talk when there is need. Just have a conversation. that has an end result, a conversation that has a goal, a target, not like when you just want to have that open-ended conversation. You will find in the middle, like something will come up that will offend you. So when you want to still maintain your boundaries and keep your family, because at the end of the day they are your family members, so you cannot disown them. You will still look for ways to talk with them and relate with them, because they are your family. In this life, it's only your family that you can't choose, people that you are born with, because you will find yourself there. So you ought to learn how to live and relate with them. So when you reduce contact, like you will only have a conversation when need be, at least you will reduce those moments of disagreements and arguments. Yeah. Another one, reduce too much engagement. Yeah, this is almost like you reduce contact, but now when you reduce too much engagement, it's like when you are even together, because you might meet in that family meeting and then you have a conversation and maybe it ends up badly. So when you reduce engagement, you will just keep a low profile. Things will just be okay between you, but not too much. You want to make sure that you maintain the respect. You just keep them at distance. You still talking to them, but not too much. When you reduce the engagement, like at least you ensure we are still together, but not too much, and thank God. The way you are used to your sister, you welcome them into your house, they stay with you, they can just stay there for a while. If you have a toxic family member, when you invite them in your place, they will always be looking for mistakes. They will always be looking for a thing that they can share with the other family. Like maybe they come to my house and they will be like, and this is your husband. You don't even talk to people. And this is your husband. It's like he is not happy when I'm around. And this husband does not talk to them and tell them that I'm not happy when you are around. They are just trying to cook their own things, Or it's a sister who comes, or a brother who comes to their brother, and now you are their sister-in-law, and they're like, hey mom, even bro cooks, even wives doesn't serve him.
They always eat meat in the city.
And they're like, you are coming to talk about me in my own place, and I have invited you. That is also another sign of toxicity, because that is also disrespect. Why do you have to talk about my wife or my hubby to other family members? So if you want to reduce engagement, you don't have to invite them to your place. Just meet in those family gatherings, and then you will have kept the boundaries.
No one will know more about you.
At least you will keep a low profile. You invite them, and maybe you have your own car, you have your wife's car, and they are like, imagine daddy, they have cars here, and even bro has not even bought you a car.
They are wasting money.
Imagine the way they talk about.
That's true, but I think so many families are toxic, but people relating, it's hard. So you may find most of the families that stay in the rural places, when they come to the city and you are living somehow good, you people are struggling to get money, at least you give your family the best. But they are there thinking you are wasting money.
Imagine.
You are doing things that
they are not worthy.
I grew up without TV. Why should my babies not have TV? Because someone at home doesn't
feel
have.
Like you don't want to. You don't have to have TV anyway. And then you are working really hard to get this money. So you need to have some good life. So those are some things that you can at least do to make sure you are still maintaining your relationship with your family, and you are still avoiding their toxicity nature. The other one, you need to create a solid support system. At the end of the day, they are your family. So in as much as they are toxic, you can never have any other family on this earth, because it's only God in heaven, your father, your biological family. They are the only ones that you can have. So you ought to create a very solid support system, and you set aside a way you can be supporting them. If you are well off, why don't you have to support your family anyway? Support them. But supporting them doesn't mean like you have to entangle with them. You know, you can be sending your support the area that you feel like you can help them improve their living standards. You know, maybe it's your sister and they have children and they are not doing really well in life, and you are doing well financially. You can give us some money to buy maybe food stuff for children, or even to pay for some school fees for children. Meaning, like, even if they are toxic, doesn't mean they are no longer your family. They are still your family. Even if your parents mistreat you or they compare you with other siblings, you still have to support them because they are your parents. But it's not that forced support. It's that support that you're willing to support because you are in that position. Yeah, so you need to create a very solid support system. Just be there for them when they need you. It's not a must you relate with them directly, but you can always come through for them when they are in need. Yeah,
That's it, when you are in a position.
yeah, when you are in a position, because then you don't want to give in from a point of lack, like you're forcing issues. You have not even provided for your family, like your own, now your wife, your children. You have not even fed them, but still your parents are pressing you to give them money, and you know they have already lived their life. Maybe the money you are giving them, at some point they might even go to take some beer with that money.
Imagine,
You sacrifice your little money you have. You have not even given your family the best, and you give them money and they misuse it. You feel bad. But if you are in that position, give them. You don't have to monitor what they are doing with money anyway. When you have given a gift, you don't even care what people do with it. You just give out and you are supporting. Let them do with it what they are doing, because now it belongs to them. Yeah, so that will really help you to let them know doesn't cost any harm to be with a good relationship as a family. Yeah, and the last one, cut them off if it is too severe. You know, if you have avoided contact with them, you have avoided entanglement with them, cutting them off, don't misquote me or don't misunderstand me. You don't have to disown your family. Cutting them off means you can reduce communication, you can reduce contact. By the way, if anytime I call my mom or my dad, that conversation will not end up well. Anytime I talk with my brother or my sister, I will end up like with emotional stress. Anytime I want to talk with my aunt, I will just live there regretting why I called them or why I just talked to them. What does that show me? I can cut them off in the essence that I am avoiding those emotional stress, because what is important in your life is that personal peace. You know, where you find peace, you need to make that place home. So if your own family are not giving you peace of mind, then you need to be careful and you need to know where you find peace. And where you find peace, you will make that place home. Maybe peace you are finding it in your own family, like your children, your wife. Maybe peace you're just finding it within your own consolation. That means you might take a break on having conversation with them and just get to know how you can handle them better, because you have tried your best. You have supported them even though they are still toxic. You have related with them even though they are still toxic. You go in family gatherings, but before that family gathering ends, people have fought, people have thrown each other hurtful words, and you feel like, wow, I'm not ready for this negative energy. I can just take a break and see what is happening. Yeah. So
That's not easy.
it's not easy, but to some extent you need to do this. Imagine if every time you talk to your parents, you just live there messed up. Anytime you talk with your brother, you regret why you talk to them. What is the best way for you?
Doing all those things, avoiding, keeping distance, that matters a lot. For me, it has worked for me.
Really?
Yes, I don't. Okay, I don't say my parents are toxic or my relatives are toxic. But when you just keep that kind of distance and set boundaries, you will just get things flowing because no one knows your moves, no one knows your life,
Yeah.
no one knows what you are doing.
Yes.
You see?
You just relate with them
Yes.
when there is need.
Yes.
Like now we are in the festive season.
Yes.
People are going to up country.
Yes.
You can't fail to go and marry with people.
No.
You know, you'll just share meals. You will not have that prolonged time to start talking about, oh, this and that is doing, so and so is doing this, so and so is doing that. You will have that period
Yeah.
where you are having good conversation together.
Yes, and these people will come to be used to it.
Yeah.
They will know you are there, but you are not into their stuff
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Then I forgot to mention, avoid money transaction with them. Because a toxic person, if you lend them money, maybe they are requesting a loan or some financial support, and they promise to return that money, they are supposed to pay back that money. Because when you help them, you help them genuinely. Like this one, I'm helping you, you're my bro, you're my mom, this one I'm giving out. But that moment your dad calls and, oh, please get for me like 20,000 from your friends or from somewhere, I will pay back. That is a trap. That is a trap.
It's going to bring you trouble.
Yeah, and that is what will bring like differences and disagreements.
Once you are going to ask for
Yeah,
this money
when you
back.
start asking for that money back. This has happened to me severally with my family members.
You just give it peacefully.
Yeah, you know, when someone is like, oh, Sophie, please lend me some 5,000, I will pay back, and you lend them like with kindness. But this is a debt they are supposed to pay back, because even the way they requested for it, it was supposed to be paid back. Compared when they say like, Sophie, I'm in a short somewhere, could you kindly help me with like 1,000 shilling? You know, that one I will give out knowing I don't expect it back, and I'm giving it wholeheartedly with that kind heart of helping. But when you request as a debt, why don't you pay back? Because they are assume, oh, you have money, oh, money is
You're
not
a
a
family,
problem
you
to
can't
you,
do
you are a family. But you know, these things are messing family relationships.
So bad.
Yeah, you find even children and parents are not having that healthy relationship, because your parents is like, oh, where you're employed, you can take for me a loan of 50,000. I want to run this business. And you trusted them because she want to do a business, or your dad want to do a business.
Yes.
So you expect that money will come back. And you go out of your way to take a salary advance at your workplace. You give them that money. You will be cut your salary every month at workplace, and they don't pay you that money.
They don't want even to.
You will feel pain. You will be sad. And any other time you experience that thing, you will always remember, I help you, and then you do what you did to me last time. No, it will not be the same again. Things will never be the same again. So anytime you are dealing with family members, even if they are not toxic anyway, this one is general. Avoid finance transactions. If you are helping, just give out. Help. Just help them. Don't expect returns, because that is where you are just about to start losing that relationship.
That has been great.
Yeah.
That the reality in the world we are living with in right now, we can't say every family is toxic, but toxic people are there.
Yeah.
Even your cousins, even your your extended family.
Yeah.
It not must be your own mother or your father, but family in general.
Yeah, family in
So
general.
now you have that idea how to deal with them and to detect that signs they are toxic.
Remember we said they are family.
Yes.
So we still have to relate with them,
Yeah.
because we don't have any other family.
Yeah.
But you ought to make sure your peace of mind comes number one, because the way you care too much about them and they don't care about you, that shows you are the one who is losing here. So always remember to keep your personal interest on the forefront, because everyone is an individual anyway. Even if your parents give back to you, you are now a mature person, you can make sound decision.
Wow.
As far as you are not disrespecting them, as far as you are coming through for them when they need you, all these other things, then they are manageable. Yeah.
Wow.
So thank you so much, Conjesta, for coming.
You're welcome.
I appreciate you.
I'm humbled.
Thank you.
Well, I'm thankful too because it has been fine. At least you may learn something. Yeah, it's going to be help on my
Yeah.
side too.
Yeah. So I hope you guys got to learn. We are just putting this across, at least for someone to recognize what these things are happening, because there are many people who are suffering in the hands of relatives, in the hands of parents, just because you are my son, you are my daughter, I can curse you if you don't do this or if you don't follow my advice, and it's not good. Please, parents, don't provoke your children to be against you, because there is no child who wishes to go against the parent. But if you provoke them, especially with this generation we are raising, it's not that easy. You'll just be there to blame yourself. So let's be kind to one another. Let's be good to one another. We are a family. Let's always pray for one another and wish each other the best. Bye guys. I will see you in the next video.